Good late Tuesday evening. I am certified meteorologist Nick Kelly checking in on this January 9th of 2018. We had yet another foggy and cold start this morning, but we made the most of the south breeze and the sunshine this afternoon. That at least got us into the upper 40s for highs. We'll trend warmer for another quiet, somewhat nice day tomorrow before we see our next system drag winter right back in here as we get the coming weekend underway. Quite a bit to go over, so let's get right to it. 7th range line to look from this late Tuesday night across the city of Joplin has the streets below looking pretty quiet, the skies above looking quiet as well, even with passing cloud cover coming and going. A low of 27 is definitely another cold start this morning, but above our average low of 25, and we rebounded to 48 this afternoon, above our average of 44. Again, another day with above average temperatures for tomorrow before we see temperatures tank going into Thursday and especially into this weekend. 38 was the last check of the temperature at the Joplin Regional Airport before we hit the top of the 11 o'clock hour. A light breeze, so no wind chill, and we have almost identical dew points. It's at 37, which means the humidity not quite maxed out, but pretty high up there at 97%. Thanks to that south breeze, temperatures have primarily sat in the upper 30s to near 40 for most of the evening. And I have a good feeling that's where we're going to stay as we go through the night. We had, thankfully, that breeze pick up as soon as we got the rest of the morning commute done. That allowed the fog to burn out of here and allowed us to warm up into the 40s this afternoon. That south breeze at 10 to 15 is going to stay at it throughout the rest of the night with some gusts near 20. Not only will that help keep temperatures from turning much colder than where they are now, but that also keeps any potential fog chances at bay. We could see primarily at the onset of the evening, we did have a little fog try and fire up in southwestern Missouri from about, let's say, Greenfield, Stockton Lake up to the Harry Truman Reservoir. It's more prevalent once you go into Kansas City, Sedalia, and going down toward, let's say Springfield, Lebanon, and definitely back over to Columbia before you hit the St. Louis suburbs on the west side. We just have passing cloud cover here, nothing underneath the clouds, so we'll keep things quiet as we go through the night. The central plains, not looking too active at face value, but we pop on these weather advisories, this blue showing winter weather advisories from the Canadian border through the western Dakotas, Nebraska, and into western Kansas. Then on the other side, we have winter storm watches from about the Omaha metro through northwestern Iowa and going back into Minnesota right up to the Canadian border. All because of this storm system, especially this upper-level storm system that's been sitting in the western parts of the U.S. for the past few days, causing quite a mess. I mean, granted, plenty of rain out to the west, but it's resulted in mudslides and flooding, especially in parts of California. That's the next system that will head our way. By the time it reaches our neck of the woods, though, we're not going to be dealing with flooding issues by any means, but that is our next storm system that will be dragging winter back in here. The same goes for the surface cold front. That is what will really bring in the colder air as we get through your Thursday. On the offset, though, going into your Wednesday, we stay ahead of both systems. That means we keep things quiet for your Wednesday and temperatures stay above normal. We start Wednesday morning out in the upper 30s to near 40 degrees, and as we go throughout the day, we'll see partly sunny skies and that good south breeze with sustained winds at about 15 to 25 miles per hour and gusts near 30. That's what's going to really help us get close to the upper 50s, if not pushing 60 degrees. So I have us starting at 38 in the morning. I think that south breeze gets us to 53 by lunchtime, and afternoon highs pretty much close to 59 degrees. So not a bad Wednesday shaping up. But as soon as we hit midnight going into Thursday, that is when our eyes will be looking off to the west, not only because we'll see our next cold front working in, but the rain chances will get going as well. Have a note of temperatures as we go throughout your early Thursday morning. They primarily stay in the lower 50s. We're going to hold there for most of the morning, and that is as warm as we will get for your Thursday. Look at the front as we go toward 9 a.m. Thursday. We see the northwest wind kick in on the backside of the front, and that is what will allow the rain chances in our Kansas counties to start switching over to a mix of freezing rain and sleet, and even some snow as you work across the Kansas Turnpike and definitely west of Topeka towards Salina and even Hayes. By the time we reach lunchtime here, we will see enough colder air working in to see most areas dealing with either a freezing rain sleet mix or, and especially in our northwestern counties, snow really begin to get going. And by the time we get into Thursday afternoon and early Thursday evening, it's going to be cold all across the area, cold enough for snow chances to linger before we clear things out going into Friday. Let's take a look at our planner. Again, we actually did that already, so instead, let's look at temperatures going through your Thursday primarily. Again, we're going to hold near 50 by midnight and 3 a.m. going into Thursday morning, and then maybe a nudge up to about 52 before we see temperatures drop into the lower 30s by lunchtime and upper 20s for the rest of Thursday afternoon. Now let's talk about what the system will do in terms of expected rain amounts, any freezing rain or sleet amounts, and potential snow amounts as well. Let's start with rain amounts. It's not looking like a big rain event by any means. On the average, let's say a tenth to about a quarter of an inch of rain. Again, not a big washout, but we'll definitely take the rain chances as they come on in. As far as any potential freezing rain or sleet amounts, it's not looking very impressive either. If anything tries to accumulate maybe a tenth, no, pardon me, make that 100th or 200ths of an inch of either freezing rain or sleet. This is not looking like a big ice storm by any means, so that leaves snow amounts. I think there will be enough cold air in place with some lingering moisture to see most areas pick up half an inch, maybe an inch tops. Again, it all depends on how fast we get cold as we go throughout your Thursday. If we project a faster indication of colder temperatures working in, we may have to up these snow amounts. And the later times of arrival for the cold air for Thursday, we may have to lessen the snow amounts. So we'll keep an eye on things as we go throughout the day tomorrow and fine-tune if need be. 59 for your Wednesday. Again, early highs of 52 on Thursday. Then we spend most of Thursday afternoon in the upper 20s. Then 31 Friday, 25 on Saturday with maybe a snow shower passing us by, 32 on Sunday, maybe a few more snow showers by Martin Luther King Day. Regardless, going into this coming weekend and early next week, the January winter chill will be back in place, and even some frigid starts to each day throughout the weekend into early next week, with lows bouncing between the teens and maybe up to 20 degrees. Have a good night. Have a great Wednesday.